So class 9, today we start the second chapter of geography, and that is physical feature of India. Now look at the map of India. Now this land boundary or formation of this land boundary has taken a long time, and this time may be millions of years. So the process of formation of India was a long process. The Indian landmass was subjected to erosion, weathering and deposition. So this landmass was formed due to the agents of nature. And what are they? Erosion, weathering and decomposition. The physical feature of India that we will see today are the result of all these processes. So we will be discussing in this chapter some of the physical features of India, and all these physical features that we will study, that is mountain, plain, plateaus, coastal area, desert, islands, all these have been formed due to these agents of nature, and that is erosion, weathering and deposition. So what are the features we are going to study? Mountain, plain, plateau, coastal areas, desert and island. Now, no one knows how exactly India was formed. It is unknown. Nobody knows that how this landform was formed. However, scientists have several theories to explain the process. Now, this has been explained by the scientists studying all the geological processes. One such theory is theory of plate tectonic. So one of the theory is plate tectonic theory. What does this theory says? According to this theory, the earth crust is made of 7 major plates and some minor plates. So see the diagram. So earth is made up of plates. There are 7 major plates. You can see there is marking and some minor plates, that is small plates, that are colored green. When these plates move, they cause disturbances in the continental crust. So when these plates are not permanent or stationary, they are in continuous movement. And this movement creates disturbance on the earth crust, which leads to, and due to this movement, folding, faulting, volcanic activities happen. Now there's a note that most of the volcanoes, all the volcanic activities happen on the edge of the crust. That means, say, plate 1 and plate 2 on the boundary line. Over the boundary line, most of the volcanic activities and earthquakes, they happen. These plates are classified as, so how can we classify these plate movements? These can be classified as, see, figure 1, figure 2 and figure 3. So figure 1, plate 2, it is called convergent movement. That means, see the arrow mark, the plates are moving close to each other. Then we have divergent. Divergent means moving away from each other. You can see the arrow. And then you have transform. Transform boundary, they slide up and down, and that is sliding with each other. So how this plate tectonic theory is applicable to India? If you see the physical features of India, you will see that the central part of India consists of plateau. So you have a figure over here, and in the figure, in between you have a area which is marked in black. Now that is the area of plateau in India. Now this plateau region consists of 5 important plateaus together. They are the Bundelkhand plateau, the Baghelkhand plateau, the Malwa Plateau, the Deccan Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau. This peninsular plateau was a part of an ancient supercontinent called Gondwana land. This Gondwana land consisted of a number of land masses. So, this India was formed by from a major landmass or a major supercontinent which was called Gondwana land. And this Gondwana land, it included many other areas under it. So if you see that which are the areas which consisted Gondwana land, then Gondwana land consisted of South America plus Africa plus Australia plus Antarctica plus the Indian Plateau region. So if it was a part of such a huge landmass, then how did India become separate from it? Separate from Africa and Australia? So we'll discuss it in this section. How did this super landmass or Gondwana land split or break? The convectional current broke up the crust of the supercontinent into small parts. So you know that there's a pull factor within the earth, the north pole and the south pole, and due to the pull of this poles, this landmass broke into smaller pieces, and one of the part was Indian Plateau. The Indian part slowly started floating and it drifted and crashed with the Eurasian plate. So in the southern part, southern hemisphere, the Gondwana land was located, and on the northern, the Eurasian plate was there. So as Gondwana land broke, the Indian part, which was on the northern topmost part of Gondwana land, it started to drift towards the equator and then crossed the equator and crashed with the Eurasian plate. This crash between the Eurasian plate and the Indian plate created the sedimentary rocks to rise up. So when these two land masses, huge land masses, they crashed with each other, it created a huge pressure, and due to the pressure, the rocks below, they rose up. And this is how Himalaya was formed. So Himalaya is also called the world's youngest fold mountain. Why it is called the youngest fold mountain? Why it is called fold mountain? Because this mountain was caused by folding up of land. So what it means? You can see the diagram. That means plates converged. That means there were two plates, the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. They came close to each other, they crashed with each other. They came close, and due to the crash, a huge pressure was created which lifted the rock, thereby creating the mighty Himalayas. So you see that the structure of Himalayas covering the entire north and northeastern part of India. So if you see the map, you will see a red line on top, and that is the extension of Himalayas. So it starts from Kashmir and down it goes till Burma. It continues from north till the northeast part of India. This is formed due to the pressure exerted by the Indian plate on the Eurasian plate. So how indeed this mountain range was formed? Because this Indian land plate went and crashed with the Eurasian plate, and after crashing with the Eurasian plate, it collided, and the rocks lying below, it came out and stood up like a wall, and that created the Himalayan range. Now we will discuss another feature that was formed due to the crash. Now we will also be discussing another,
feature, and that was formed due to this crash, and this feature is shown in green. The pressure exerted also created in the area just below the Himalayas in the north of India. So this new feature was created just below the Himalayan range, or the foothills, or from the foothills of the Himalayas. It extends from the foothills of the Himalayas to the plateau region. Just below the Himalayan region, a depression was formed. Over the time, this depression became a basin. So, as the stones rose up and Himalaya was created, just below the Himalayas, there was a shallow land that was created. And this shallow land or depression became a basin area. And that got filled up by sediments of the mountain brought down by the river, and this shallow land was filled up by all the materials like sand, clay and alluvial that was brought down from the mountain by the fast flowing rivers of Himalaya. The rivers brought it down, and these sediments filled up this depression. This area became rich with alluvial soil and became the northern plain. So, due to the deposition of alluvial soil and other sediments, this area became to be known as the northern plain of India, and we will discuss this northern plain later on. Different physical features were formed at different period in India. So I have told you previously that we will be discussing about mountains, plateaus, desert, islands, all these features. So all these features did not form at the same time. It took time, and they formed at different period. Now we will come to one of the oldest feature. The oldest physical feature is the peninsular plateau. So in the map you can see the peninsular plateau. As already discussed, this was in existence from the time of Gondwana land. This is one of the oldest feature. I told you it existed during the Gondwana landmass. This plateau region is made up of two types of rock. One is igneous rock, another one is metamorphic rock. So the plateau region is made up of two types of rock, igneous rock and metamorphic rock. It has huge and wide valleys, so it has a very big valley land. It is also the storehouse of minerals. So we can say it is also the storehouse of minerals because all types of minerals are found in this area. So most of the minerals that are found in India are found in this plateau region, and hence it is called the storehouse of India. Now we will discuss the Himalayas. Look at the map. The red lines. There are three parallel red lines. These all consist of Himalayas. Now we will try to understand Himalayan range with help of points. The most rugged mountain range of the world is Himalayas. That means rough. Rugged means rough mountain range of the world is Himalayas. The length of it is 2400 km. The width is not constant. Somewhere it is more, somewhere it is less. So in Kashmir the width is 450 kilometers, and in Arunachal Pradesh it is 150 km. It consists of three parallel ranges. So in the picture you have seen, it has three parallel ranges. So it consists of three parallel ranges. They are the Himadri, Himachal and the Shivalik. The Himadri is the inner Himalaya. That means the northernmost is called the Himadri. It consists of high peaks
Most of the high peaks are located in Himadri, and the peaks are the Everest, Kanchenjunga, K2. K2 is also known as Godwin Austen, Nanda Devi, Nanga Parbat. All these are in this range. The average height of Himadri is 6,000 meters. So what is the average height? 6,000 meters. Himadri is composed of your granite. Himadri is composed of what kind of stone? It is made up of granite stone. Himadri has no vegetation as it is so high mountain range, so it does not have any cover of vegetation. It is throughout the year it is covered with snow. Now, all the glaciers are located in this range. All the important glaciers like the Saichen, your Gangotri, Alkananda glacier, all these glaciers are on this range. These glaciers provide water to the rivers, and from these glaciers all the water comes out to the river, like Ganga emerges from Alkananda and Gangotri glaciers. Now, all the passes are located in this range. There are major passes. Passes are places or roads, natural roads between the mountains, like Nathula Pass, Shipkila Pass, Karakoram Pass. All these are located in this range. Next we come to Himachal. Himachal or Middle Himalaya. The height is between 3,700 meters to 4,500 meters. Himachal is made up of compressed rock. It is made up of compressed rock or altered rock. The important range in Himachal range consists of mountain ranges like Pir Panjal, Dhauladhar, Mahabharat range. All these together consists of Himachal range. This Himachal is important for tourists. It is very important tourist place. All the hill stations are located in this range. Major hill stations from Darjeeling to Kashmir, Nainital, all these are located in this region. The outer range is called Shivalik. So, the southernmost range is Shivalik. It is 800 to 1100 meter in height. It is made up of sedimentary rock. So, what it is made up of? Sedimentary rock. The longitudinal valley that lie between the Himachal and Shivalik is called Doon. So, what is Doon? Doon is a longitudinal valley that lies between Himachal and Shivalik, and it is a plain land. And the examples of Doons are Dehradun, Patli Doon, all these. Students, look at the map of India. If you see the map of India, in this map I have tried to show you the major mountain ranges of India. On the Jammu Kashmir part, you have Karakoram range. Below that you have Zaskar range. Below that you have Shivalik range. In the area of Rajasthan you have Aravalli range. Madhya Pradesh you have the Satpura range and the Vindhya range. On the western side sea coast you have the Western Coastal Ghat, and the eastern side you have Eastern Ghat. Then you can see another long line marked with green and red that starts from Kashmir, end of Karakoram range, and it continues over Nepal, crosses over Sikkim till Arunachal Pradesh, and this is the entire Himalayan range. The entire Himalayan range is that red and greenish line, and other important mountain ranges that has been shown in the map. In the eastern side you have three smaller ranges which has been marked 1, 2 and 3. These are Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills. This Garo, Khasi and Jaintia hills together they are called the Purvanchal hills. So number 1 is Garo, number 2 is Khasi, number 3 is Jaintia hills. Together they are known as the Purvanchal hills. Then you have the Eastern Ghat, Then you have the Western Ghat on the western side, Satpura range, Vindhya range, Aravali range, Shivalik range. Then you have Zaskar range and Karakoram range in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, you see, Himalaya extends from Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh and is divided in four parts: Kashmir Himalaya, Garhwal Himalaya, Nepal Himalaya, and Assam Himalaya. This division has been given and we will be discussing them one by one later on. The Himalayan range turns south and in the eastern part it ends in Arunachal Pradesh, and from Arunachal Pradesh it turns towards the south. And this turning, when it turns towards the south, it turns towards south and form those Jaro, Khasi and Jaintia hills, and it turns around a peak called Namcha Barwa. Namcha Barwa is the highest peak in Arunachal Pradesh, and from there it turns towards south, forming Purvanchal hills and extends to Burma, and it goes down till Burma, and in Burma